Hello. We're back. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, you do. Bam. Alright, what's going on, everybody? We're back. We're going to talk about some data. Part 3. Part 3, right before Putin strikes, right before North Korea decides. Parts 1 and 2 in the bag. In the goddamn bag. Solid 40 plus minutes each of me talking about Adderall, Conor McGregor, and a bunch of other shit in between that's probably super useful information, if not common sense. And yes, I did say F. That's the Canadian in me. That I didn't want there in the first place. You'll get that joke only if you watch part 2 of this. It's a bad joke. It's probably not going to get any laughs, but it's okay. I already said it. Doesn't matter. Data is the next phase. Ooh. What does that mean? What does that mean? Right before. I'm going to explain to you right before what that means. Okay. If you look at history, what's essentially happened in history? In terms of power, structure, society, the world, population, all that shit. That's right. It's exactly what we're going to be talking about. Data is the next phase. So we look at history and we see that for a very long time, for a while, probably back to when we were monkeys, because monkeys do this now, it was all about how much land you control. It was very territorial. For a long time, actually. For a very, very long time. Right up until very recently, I would say. Overall, kind of, we're talking about all of history. So, very recently, compared to hundreds of thousands of years of human existence in our relatively kind of similar form to where we are now. It was all about land. It's all about territory. He who controls the most land is the alpha dick. The number one chimp, if I may say so. And then, what happened? All of a sudden, we got machines. We got trains. We got tanks, we got airplanes, we got boats, we got cars, satellites, spaceships, guns, robots, computers, laptops, cell phones. Now, things change. All of a sudden, it's not who has the most land, it's who has the most machines, the best machines. Look at England. Tiny little fucking country. But they had the best fucking technology. Almost goddamn took over the planet. Look at Germany, same thing. Had the best. Even to this day, they still make the best technology. Or cars, most reliable. And this is the reason why they say German engineering. Because that shit is number one in the world. No one makes it better than Germany. Tiny little country almost took over the world. Now we got nukes. Whoever has the most nukes. Number one dick. Most alpha chimp on the planet. So we look at these times in history. We look at the land times till machines came along. We see what happened. What happened with the land? What happened in history? Well, the people that had too much land, because inequality tends to constantly be expanding, I would say. It's getting bigger, more. It's not static, let's put it that way. So eventually, a lot of land ends up in a very few amount of people's hands. What happens? Society splits. Splits into the landowners and everybody else. Or what was it? Something like that. Clearly I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's not my speech. Society splits. Too much power in the hands of too few people. So there's either revolution or society essentially splits. There's people in power that control, have all the land, people that don't. What happened when people got too much technology? Huh? Everybody was pretty much in the same field, and then some people got way more technology than others. Some people got bigger, better machines than others. Well, what happened in society when that happens? It already happened. Society split again into democracy and what? Dictatorship, capitalism, and not capitalism. That's what it is. That's I'm butchering this speech. But if you look at it, like, capitalism equals more technology, more machines, more. Where there's no capitalism, no machines. Or at the very least, not that great machines. So we see this trend. We see, as the monkeys that we were, and still are, fighting over land and, peeing to mark our territory. And we got a little bit more sophisticated. We stopped peeing. We started like putting signs and stuff and artificial lines and shit being drawn. These lines don't matter anymore. They don't matter anymore. We have drones now. We have nukes. What happened again? Society split. Society split into the clergy and something else with the land. Splits into capitalism and everything else with the machines. The next phase is data. That's it. End of story. And what's going to happen? Well, let's look at patterns. Eventually, a lot of data, if not already, is going to be in the hands of very, very few people. And those people, like in history, whoever owns the most of whatever that thing is, are going to be the ones that drive and control everything. Who has most data these days? Google, Microsoft, governments. Governments are mining, but they're probably mining off Google. Facebook's got a lot. There's a lot of people in the run right now. Not clear to see, to know really who's going to come out on top with this one, but I'm thinking maybe Google. They're just so far ahead of everybody. But regardless of who's got the data and what they're doing with it, I think it's still a little early to tell who's going to come out on top with all this data. But what the point is that eventually someone's going to come out on top. And it's no longer going to be about hacking computers. It's going to be about hacking you, the person watching this, hacking me, the person talking right now. I'm going to give an example from the speech that I heard from where the fuck I was watching. But he's essentially saying, let's for example, let's go back 200 years. I don't know. Let's go back to when they had technology, when they had lots of land. That's what mattered. It doesn't matter which time you go back to. But let's just say you go back to, 200 years. And you just followed somebody around 24 hours a day as the king of Spain or England or whatever. You just ordered your troops to follow everybody around all the time and report back to you. And you just knew everything. You have all this data back then. Ooh. Does it matter? Not really. It's not implementable. You can't use that data. All that mattered back then was who had the biggest machine, who had the most guns, the most machines. I think 200, roughly. Before that, it was just all about who had the most land. But now, you see, there wasn't enough computing power back then to actually make use and make sense of all this data. Make sense? I hope you're following me so far. Because it's goddamn about to make sense. Now the computing power is there. Huh? More goddamn power in this little fucker right here than there was in the goddamn space shuttle in the 60s. Computer power is there. Now you have algorithms that can sort everything about you. All the data that everything you've ever done on the internet, it's watching you. It's watching your pupils react. It's watching your temperature. Well, not yet. I mean, kind of already if you have like all these wearables and shit and you're tracking yourself and you got the iris scanning. But smart everything is coming. Smart fucking toasters are coming. Internet of Things is taking over. There's going to be cameras everywhere you go. You leave your house, you think you're safe? No, you're going to be watched. If not already, you're being watched. Biometrics, everything is just in all the phones and everything. They're getting iris scans of your fingerprints, blood pressure you can do with your phone now. It's insanity. So guess what's going to happen? They already track everything about you. They already know everything about you. They can already predict using artificial intelligence what you want before you even know you want it. For example, let's say sometime in the future, if not already, an app comes out. And you're at a party or something. This is an example the buddy used. And it's an app that determines your sexual orientation. Whether you know it or not. Whether you're like, fuck that, I already know I'm straight. Well, okay, that's fine. Open up the app, let's see. And everybody at the party's trying this app out. It's like, ooh, what a sick app. It's like, oh, maybe you didn't know you were gay. Oh, okay. Now it tells you you're gay. Okay, that's cool. Bam. Maybe I was gay. Maybe I didn't know it. Because the artificial intelligence at that point is going to be so fucking smart that just by showing you pictures of certain things and flashing sentences or asking you questions, it's going to measure not your response to these questions. It's not good. You might not even need to take a quiz. It's not going to be that type of app. It's going to be the type of app where it's going to show you a picture, and whether it's a male or a female, it's going to measure your blood pressure, it's going to measure your pupil dilation, it's going to measure every little thing about you that you don't actually know is happening. So if it's going to figure out that, oh my God, you're much more likely to buy a can of Coke if a hot, chiseled fucking bodybuilder male or whatever is drinking that Coke versus a female, guess what it's going to show you when next time you go to Facebook or whatever the fuck you do on your little Facebook. Next time you do anything, if it wants to sell you a Coke, guess what it's going to show you? Which advertisement? It's going to show you the guy instead of the girl, right? And it's going to be doing it without you even knowing it. That's the scary thing. That's the scary thing. Whether you know you're gay or not, these things are fucking measuring you in ways you can't even detect. Oh, you think it's so easy to open up my phone because it scans my eye and it face detects and stuff. Oh, I don't have to. Yeah, I can just use my fingerprint. Oh, it's so useful. There's a heart rate monitor and a glucose is coming eventually monitor and fucking all this body, the Apple Watch, blood pressure, all that shit for health purposes. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, sure, that's one application of this shit. But imagine a scenario like the one I just described where they're using this data now to monitor every single thing that you do on that phone, on that computer, on that internet, anywhere you go from anywhere, on that webcam that you use. They're measuring that shit. Mostly it's going to be on the phones, but eventually, like, everybody, it's not even going to be a phone anymore. Like, everybody's getting watches now, wearables, fucking shit implanted in them. It's like, it's not even going to be, you keep thinking it's going to be a phone. It's not going to be a phone anymore. This shit is just going to be constantly measuring. And it's not, eventually it's going to be everything, not just blood pressure and iris dilation and shit, even though that is part of it. That stuff's not going to go away. It's just going to keep adding on and on and on. Why do you think the fingerprint reader never went away? Huh? They just keep adding iris scanning. Oh, now not enough? Okay, now facial scanning. Oh, not enough? Okay, let's do 3D facial recognition so they can see like how your muscles move and how you react and see what mood you're in now. I can tell what mood you're in. Like, what the fuck? How? Why? They just keep piling it on. More and more and more until eventually it's just it knows everything about you. Even shit that you don't. It knows more about you than you know about yourself, and it's able to actually have the computing power to use that information. Algorithms written by artificial intelligence are not even humans anymore. Fucking robots writing code to make themselves better. It's already out of control, and it's already getting out of hand, but it's gonna get even worse. It's not stopping. So now every time you go anywhere, every time you walk down the street, every time you log onto Facebook or Google or any website, YouTube, Twitter, doesn't matter where you go, Twitch, every advertisement you see is going to be catered specifically to you, and you're not even going to know that it's catered specifically to you. Somebody's going to come up to you and say, oh, did you see that Coke ad? Like, oh, did you see that Pepsi ad? And it's going to be the exact same ad. One's just going to have a dude, one's going to have a female, or just slight little changes that are barely noticeable, catered just to you. And you're going to be like, oh yeah, it was a funny ad. And that's it. And that person you're talking to is never going to know that you saw a different ad than they did. That's some insane shit. Like, they're going to send you a link, and this algorithm's going to know, oh, it's this Coke ad. Let's play the female version instead of the male version, or vice versa, whatever. Like, it could be anything. Oh, this guy likes blueberries. Let's show him blueberry flavored Coke instead of strawberry flavored Coke, or whatever. Like, this guy doesn't like to eat sugar. Okay, let's show him advertisements for alternatives to Coke. For some reason, it knows you like to drink soft drinks, though. All these examples. But you see what I'm saying? You get the general gist of my titty fucking conversational piece right now. Do you not understand what's happening? Like, that's the next 100. We're not gonna be this anymore. We're not gonna be people. We're just gonna be, I don't know what we're gonna be, because guess what? The next 100 years, not only is the data thing gonna be that, but the market is no longer gonna be cell phones and laptops and TVs and VR. None of that. It's gonna be products to make your body better, to hack your body, with the trade-off of data. If Google comes up to you in 50 years and says, hey, we got this thing here, it'll make you 10 times smarter than the smartest fucking person on earth, with no consequences. The only thing you have to do is allow us, just give us the data. We just want, pretty much what we're doing now with shitty little cell phones, and really no upside. We're already selling all that data for practically for free. We're getting robbed, essentially. But in the future, it's going to be like that. It's going to be like, it's already starting. Do you want that earbud that all of a sudden translates every language into your language in real time? Do you want that earbud? Well, I mean, give us your data. Seems pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, you want to give me that data. So the market in the future, it's going to be less technology and more make yourself into something that's infinitely better than the human body is now. Oh, you want that shit that like just makes you run faster? It's kind of like Adderall, but not the Adderall discussion. But like, they'll come up with like ways to hack your body. You want to live an extra 50 years? Oh, okay. Guaranteed, minimum an extra 50 years. Doesn't matter. You want to live that long? Like, as long as you don't get fucked by a car or something. Like, oh, here, just put this little patch on, or put this little chip in the side here, or anywhere, right? And it's gonna monitor every single fucking thing and change that happens on a molecular level in your body, in your bloodstream, everywhere. And it's gonna react in real time to anything that changes and goes wrong. Anything that starts getting out of hand, anything that gets out of whack, it's gonna react and immediately tell you. Doesn't matter, even if it's the one tiny little corruption of half a DNA strand that's eventually gonna lead to cancer in 60 years. It'll notice that and be like, take that shit to the doctor right now, fix it. Because in 60 years, this will be cancer. Huh? Eventually, they'll just be too much and you'll get too old and everything will just start failing. But if they figure out that by doing this, we can extend everybody who puts this thing into them or whatever, minimum 50 years, if not more, 100 years. All you got to do is give us your data. Huh? All that data. It's ours now. So we can use it. We can use it to target you and sell you that next thing that you might want. Huh? It knows your goals, knows your dreams, your fears, your deepest, most disgusting desires. Yeah, that's right. Knows all of it. It knows every strand of DNA in your body in real time. It has your entire fucking system mapped out on a Google server somewhere. And that's not going to be just you. It's going to be almost everybody on the planet is going to be in that boat. And they're all going to be targeted. Every single person catered to like a goddamn billionaire. Everything just suited specifically for you. And you're not going to even know it. You're going to be buying shit left, right, and center that you don't need. Trading away your life one piece at a time just so you can enhance it a little piece at a time, huh? That's going to be the next 100 years. I mean, I'm not... You notice how I haven't said whether this is a good or bad thing? I've strictly said that this is pretty much going to happen. It's already happening, but it's going to ramp up to scary levels very quickly. It's crazy. Data. It's not about machines. Look at what's already happening. Huh? Data is being used to control elections, to sway the public opinion by governments. I'm not going to get into like who did what, because I have no proof. I don't know. But it's clear that it's being used for this. It's absolutely clear. If you go to China, or if you go to Russia, or if you go to Europe or the Middle East, you go to America, they all can report on the exact same event, but they all have completely different fucking angles. That's just a basic media spin on things. But now, all of a sudden you have millions of bots, millions of artificial intelligence, billions everywhere, hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And they all suddenly like a certain politician, or they hate a certain company, and say, "Oh fuck, I don't like this anymore." Huh? You want to take down a company? That's the easiest way to do. Huh? You influence the goddamn media through these artificial intelligences. You control the fucking planet. So guess what they're going to be able to do when they have your entire goddamn DNA level molecules, entire body mapped out in real time on everybody on the planet? What do you think they're going to be able to do? They're going to know what you're thinking every single moment of the day. They're going to know what you want before you know it. They're going to know what you're going to think before you know it. They're going to be able to do shit that you don't... It's going to seem like magic, but it won't be. It's just going to be computers processing data faster than you can ever imagine. More powerful than you can ever imagine. More advanced. The algorithms that it's going to be running are going to be more advanced, more efficient than any coder alive today can even come up with. Imagine that world. Huh? What's gonna happen then? When you wake up in the morning and everything around you is just, it's gonna be idiocracy. Or that episode of Black Mirror. But yeah, man, that shit's scary. I still haven't decided if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, fuck. I mean, before it gets really out of hand, I'll be dead, which is kind of a relief, I guess. But like kids being born today and their kids are really gonna be like, holy shit. Like, but then again, kids being born today and their kids, they're gonna look back at us and be like, these people were fucking savages. Are you kidding? How the fuck did they make it through each day not knowing like what to eat and not knowing if they're gonna die or if they have a tumor growing or anything? Like, they actually had to go to the doctor and there was a risk that it could be too late and it's already gotten out of control. Holy shit. Like, how did they're fucking cavemen with their shitty little glass rectangles and stuff that they still have to pick up with their hands. What are they doing, these goddamn savages? That's probably gonna be how they see us. And you know, that's that's exactly how we see people 200 years ago, right? Except 200 years ago, people weren't able to make such insanity predictions as to what we're looking at right now. They were probably still arguing with like, the train is a bad thing. No one, fuck, horses are better. Fuck trains. Can you imagine? I'm sure there was that thing. Like, the internet didn't exist back then, so like nobody heard you complain like they do now about like AI and shit. But back then, I'm sure there was just as many percentage of people that were saying like, oh fuck, here come the cars. Fuck the horses. Cars are coming. Oh my god. It's just a fad. It's just a fad. It'll pass. Don't sell your horse. Keep your fucking horse. Like, it's just a fad. And then fucking cars came. Same with the train. It's like, oh man, the fucking train. Actually, I don't even know if there was backlash. There might have been backlash when trains first got invented. It's like, oh man, they're causing people to die from lung problems because of all the steam, or I don't even know. There might have not been backlash. Like, cars might have been the first one where it's just like, fuck, all these goddamn cars are coming. It's gonna make all these horses just obsolete. Stick to the fucking horse, motherfuckers. Like, that shit is tried, true, and tested. Why the fuck are you buying a goddamn car? What if you run out of gas? Huh? There's infinite fucking hay on the planet. We're never gonna run out of hay, motherfuckers. Huh? What if we run out of grass? Think about it. And then all of a sudden, a car can go 10 times as fast as a horse can. And it's like, fuck the horses. Nobody gives a shit about horses anymore. Eventually, you know what we're going to do? And it's already happened to horses. This is the funny thing. Here's you notice this trend? I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed this, but okay. So everybody used to ride horses as the main mode of transport. Now we just watch horses run around in circles on a track. Huh? Everybody's driving cars now. Eventually all that shit's gonna be automated. They're all gonna be driving themselves, and it's gonna be against the law for human beings to drive. What's gonna happen? We're all gonna be watching human beings run around a track racing in NASCAR. That's essentially what it's gonna be. Like, and then whatever comes after self-driving cars, it's gonna be fucking, I don't know, teleportation, whatever. Maybe 1,000 years from now we'll figure something out. But after that, we're gonna be like, oh shit, we missed the self-driving cars, so we're gonna be going to tracks to watch self-driving robot cars ride around on a track. You heard it here first. That shit is gonna happen. Bam! And then whatever the fuck, keep going, buddy. If the planet's still around, we haven't killed ourselves yet by then. If the planet's still around by then, watch what's gonna happen. Whatever we invent after self-driving cars, let's say teleportation, for example, that's gonna become obsolete, and we're just gonna be like able to like just be energy or whatever. Fucking after that, it's just gonna be like not even gonna matter at that point. Jesus. We're gonna go to tracks and watch people teleport in a circle, back and forth. That's funny. Cause okay. It's clearly a pattern, and I can actually go one back before horses, cause people didn't always ride horses, right? So you look at the oldest sports, huh? You look at the Olympics. What's the oldest sport? Sprinting, running. What's the most basic thing you can do in terms of competition? Pretty much all the shit they do in the Olympics, because it's been around forever. What was the first mode of transportation? Walking, running, right? That's it. Your own 2 feet. Eventually, we discovered horses. We're like, fuck this. Fuck our feet. Fuck running. We'll just ride a horse. What happened then? We go to a track to watch people run around a track. Jesus. And then we fucking retired the horses. So now what we do, we got cars, but the horses, we go to a track, watch them run around track. That's goddamn brilliant. That's my theory. I'm fucking sticking to that. Copyright, stamp of fucking approval. Right before. Right goddamn before. Huh? Bam. Wrecked that shit. We're done for today. We're goddamn done. We're going to reveal who this person is. And we're going to get out of here. Huh? Where's this picture? There it is. What's going on, buddy? Huh? What are you doing, huh? Ah. Oh, shit. Wrong. It's got to be on this side. Bam. Get in there. Yeah. Wait, what? What the fuck? Why didn't that shit work? Okay, there it is. Got him. Bam's a bitch. Okay. Bam. It's Robert goddamn Downey Junior. Don't get it wrong, not senior. And that is it for today. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back with some more in the future. But for now, stay goddamn frosty, everybody. Ooh, yeah.